Hello, and welcome to a new game. It's so new, it's not even finished yet. It's called Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I've already played a couple of the Naval Academy scenarios, basically tutorials. I haven't done all of them, but I think I've got a basic grasp of the basics at least. So it's time to dip my toes into the campaign. And yeah, you can choose between the German Empire and the British Empire. So far, it's, as I said, the game is not finished yet. I assume the USA and Japan will be available in time. Probably the Russians as well, and other nations. We're gonna start with the German 1890 campaign. And well, there are multiple starting year campaigns. There's the 1890 campaign, there's the 1900, 1910, and so forth, all the way up until 1940. But you gotta play through the campaigns chronologically. So let's start with the 1890 German campaign. Gonna do difficulty normal because I've not played a campaign before. There's just normal and hard. No easy, no like super advanced, ultra hard. AI opponent historical. I guess at this point it's only the British I can fight against, or if I fight as the British, I'm fighting against the Germans. And I want to create my own fleet. You know what? I'm gonna put AI opponent at random because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be fighting the British like anyway. Well, I know that will be fighting the British anyway. But I want to see what kind of craziness the random AI comes up with in terms of ship designs. Because the whole thing with this game is that you design your own ships. Fleet creation, go to the ship design tab to design ships and build them. The built ships can be managed in the fleet tab. So you can already see the British Empire has constructed and laid down a couple of new ships. New design. Let's start with a battleship design. Well, this is the 1890 version of the battleship. It needs a main tower. You got a choice of two different main towers or front towers. And they're not that different. You know, the most expensive one gives me a couple of small bonuses. Let's put it there for now. Secondary tower. Let's put it there, and we can move about the towers after a while. So funnel capacity. It basically has to do with engine efficiency, but also the larger funnels are they weigh more. So I might have to reduce size if I need more weight. No barbettes. Central line guns. Let's go with the biggest one for now, 12 inches. And then possibly I will have to reduce, yeah, ship is overweight. Cannot build shipyard size limit 9,000 tons. Okay. So I will have to reduce size of the main armament. Let's try 11 inchers. Okay, I got a few tons to spare. Let's go back to funnels. I can save 20 tons going with that one. Now, secondary guns. No space for any secondary guns. Gotta go with casemate guns. Okay, ship is overweight. Let's go with 5 inchers. 4 weight offset 14%. Let's move that back a bit. Some guns have poor sector of fire, that's come on, let me choose the tower. Why do I suddenly have a starboard weight offset? %, 4 weight offset. Okay, now let's go back to casemates with the 4-inch. Okay, now we have more room for secondaries. Can I fit one here too? Okay, aft weight offset is at 0.8%. That's good enough. I'm right at my weight limit. Coal fuel, no other options at this stage. It doesn't add any weight, but it adds cost. Well, it does add weight, I'm sorry. Gotta go with simple iron plate armor. Anyway, I can save weight somewhere. Well, yes, there is armor. Now, compound armor adds 35% to the armor strength. So if I have, say, 10 inches of armor, with compound armor that's basically 13.5 inches equivalent. So I can actually reduce the thickness of the armor a bit. Let's do 10 inches on the conning tower. Deck armor, probably not that important at this age of the campaign, because engagements, I imagine, will be pretty close. Can I add some torpedoes? Okay, we are overweight again. but torpedoes are generally nice to have. Let's reduce some armor thickness on the casemates. Let's reduce armor thickness on the main deck. Okay. So that's our battleship design. We're gonna need some cruisers. Displacement 3,500 tons. That's not a lot. Gonna go with some kind of cost-saving things here. Can I? It's 3,500 is the maximum. But I'm already overweight. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work. Let's add a couple of funnels. Let's go with 7-inch guns. Okay, we can just go with let's go with center line guns. Okay, in that case, let's go with 8-inchers. Ship is overweight. Well, it says the weight limit is 3,500. I'm not sure exactly when the some parts are badly placed. Ship is overweight. Well, I'm not sure how they expect me to build a ship with that kind of a weight limit. Okay, let's go back to basics. Anything I can do here to save weight? Well, I can reduce the armor. Four inches on the main belt. Let's go with 3.5 on the conning tower. And it's pretty much a minimum everywhere else. Funnels, at least one needed. Let's go with one large funnel. Ship is overweight. Okay, let's delete that design and go straight for a light cruiser design. Can I do anything with the torpedo boat design? I'm hoping I won't have a navy consisting of only battleships and torpedo boats. Let's add it there. Standard funnel small. Okay, I can add a gun there. Torpedo launchers. Let's add more torpedoes. Actually, let's delete that and add a torpedo there. Okay, now we got an aft weight offset. It will just have to do. %15% is not great as a weight offset, but it's doable. Let's try again. Designing an armored cruiser. You know what? I can reduce the range, and that will reduce the weight. Compound armor, that lets me reduce the armor thickness. No options here yet. Ooh, I would like to go with the Citadel, but that adds hull weight. I can't really do that. And yeah. Okay, so we are not overweight yet, thanks to my weight saving efforts. It doesn't really save a lot of weight, but it reduces survivability by a lot by reducing bulkheads. They are 124 tons each. Which is too much. These are 84 tons each. Okay, that leaves me with 20 tons left to work with. That's not a lot. But now then, I can reduce some of the turret armor. And if I then add some casemate guns, like here, they're not that heavy. Let's go with reduced ammo. And then if I add some 4-inchers as casemate guns, there. So I can't reduce the main belt anymore than it is. So that's my kind of undergunned armored cruiser design. Let's move this a little bit back. Forweight offset 2%. I would like to have some more secondaries, but I just don't have the weight to do so. I don't want to reduce speed. Actually, do I want to reduce speed? .22 knots. Now I have a lot of weight to play with. It is slower, but it wasn't particularly fast to begin with. So now I can add more casemate guns. Still got a 4-weight offset. Is there no room for deck guns on this ship? Torpedo launchers. Aft weight offset. Okay. And we still got an aft weight offset. Where did this aft weight offset come from? Why do I have starboard weight offset? Oh, I accidentally removed some 4-inch casemate guns. Perfectly balanced. How about that? Okay, so it's now perfectly balanced, and I have some more weight to play with. So now we can start adding stuff back to the ship. More crew quarters. If I have cramped crew quarters, that means I don't have an excess of crew. That's the complement there. So if I take casualties, which I will, then the ship efficiency will start to decrease rapidly. I can try and add a little bit more speed. See, the weight goes up like drastically with the speed increase. That's a couple of 100 tons just by going from 22 to 23 knots. Can I now go with a Citadel 1? Nope, I cannot. I can go with some more turret armor. Add some more armor to the casemates. Okay, there we go. That's an armored cruiser. Save design. Now let's see how many of these I can build, and if I have enough funds to go with some light cruisers. Let's see, finances. Naval funds 38 million, and monthly balance is plus 17 million, almost 18 million. But the more ships I have built, they cost money per month just to keep active. Need a little bit more. I would like to have the transport capacity at more than 1%. And at least I don't want to get into the minus. There we go. It costs me some money, but like the British will probably take out some of my transports. And in that case, I want there to be like replacement transports being built. Because if I don't have any transport ships, then I will not be making any money. little bit to crew training. Let's get that up to 400,000. That's more or less. So, got 38 million to build, or to ship design. Here we go. Let's go with 5 battleships to start with. Let's go with 10 heavy cruisers. And 15 torpedo boats. Because this is at the start of the campaign, the ships will be built as soon as I actually start the campaign. But normally it will, if you're building ships during the campaign, they're gonna take a couple of months to finish. That's 13 months for a battleship, and 10 for a cruiser, 6 for a destroyer, a torpedo boat. And excuse me. Let's have those 2 in keel. Wilhelmshaven. One in Emden, I guess. I think that's in East Prussia. Yeah, that's in East... oh, that's in Western Germany. I didn't... excuse me. Okay, let's have some cruisers in Danzig. Let's have some torpedo boats as well in Danzig. Some in Pilau. But I want most of my active fleet in the west. And these ones in Wilhelmshaven and one in Kiel. Did I put something in Emden? Yes, a battleship. So let's give it some torpedo boat escorts. The rest will go to Wilhelmshaven. and keel. Now then, in being means that it's basically just sitting in port. I want to have some of them in sea control. That costs more, but it means they are actually ready to go. So, 2 of my battleships are in sea control. They are expensive to keep that way. My ships in Danzig and Pillau can all be in being. My Hamburg squadron is in sea control. The ones in Wilhelmshaven also sea control. Let's see here. This one also sea control. Now then, torpedo boats, Danzig and Pillau in being. Wilhelmshaven sea control, Emden sea control, sea control, sea control. The destroyers should not be that expensive to keep running, I hope. Okay. So that's my fleet. Finances. I still have more money. And I still have more of a monthly balance. So let's design some light cruisers. Let's reduce the range a little bit. It's already overweight. How? I'll just have to go with armored. Well, they don't have any armor, so that's so it doesn't matter. Semi-balanced is fine. You got the choice of 3 different rudder designs. Balanced, it's faster. If I take the balanced, I have the, let's see, where's the minimum turning circle, 405 meters. If I go with the unbalanced, it's all the way down to 208 meters. But I lose a lot of speed when turning. It does, and semi-balanced is basically a compromise. Might have to go with standard bulkheads. I need some range so they can actually be useful out on the on the campaign map. And if I want these to like raid transports and such, then 23 knots. It's kind of slow for a light cruiser, but I just have to work with what I'm allowed to work with. There we go. Front tower 1, secondary tower. Go with the lightest one. Funnel. Not much of a weight difference, but I'm already overweight. Okay, let's just add guns and such, and then find ways to reduce the weight after. Those are my two main 5-inch guns. Casemates. Torpedo launchers. Let's remove the 5-inchers and add more 4-inch guns. 4-weight offset. So no weight balance problems, but my ship is overweight. It's fat. Well, 4-inch, that's the smallest I can go actually. Now, let's try and save some weight. Can't really reduce range much more than that. Any armor I can reduce? No. Light shells. It does have some advantages. Reduced load. Doesn't really do much. 668. Anything I can do to reduce weight? Bulkheads few. Ship is still overweight, if only by a little bit. Let's reduce the conning tower armor. It doesn't have much of an effect. Okay, 22 knots, 22.5. I can do that, okay. Now, that means I can add some casemate guns. That's good. That's a design. It's not a good design, it's a design. Alright. Let's build some light cruisers. If I build 6 of them, I still have a budget. Let's select some ports. Where am I light? Add 2 to Kiel. The Battleship. And the rest can go to Hamburg. And they are all in sea control because I realized I had the budget to do that. There we go. Finances. I can add some more to my transport capacity. I actually have a much better budget than I thought I would have. Let's add some more to crew training. Let's do transport capacity to max. And I will actually build one more battleship. It's going to Hamburg. So I don't think I have any battleships there. And it's being in sea control. Finances. Okay. Build shipyard. Nah. Alright, let's hit start campaign and see what happens. So all my ships are now designed and built. And this is the map. Let's see here. British Empire, they have a lot of battleships. I did not think they would... Okay, I should have built more battleships. They have a lot of heavy cruisers. I have more torpedo boats, that's something. But their total amount of ships is much greater than mine. Let's see, 0 versus 0 victory points thus far. Let's see, can I research anything? Okay, let's prioritize hull construction. Because that was like the biggest issue I had. Like my hulls were just not big enough. So basically I can assign 3 priorities to my research. And let's see. Gun layout. It's only 2 months from being. Oh, it's 1 month from being researched. It doesn't even say a month amount for that one, so let's reduce the boiler weights instead. Alright. So there seems to be no battles here to port capacity, Helgoland. Click right mouse button on port to move ships. I guess I can move some ships. Okay. You do it this way, alright. Now I get it. Let's have Rune and 3 of the torpedo boats move to Helgoland. There we go. I've moved some ships, but there's no battle yet, so let's click next turn. British Empire blockades German Empire. We suffer from economic stagnation. We must increase our ship tonnage and numbers in relation to the enemy. Okay, so they have more than 3 times the tonnage and a lot more power projection. Grand battle. Okay, so we are already being offered a battle. I think this is gonna be a long one. I just gotta add a log to my little wood burning stove. There we go. Electricity is expensive, so I gotta keep warm somehow. It's in this battle. Hello, it is me from the future. Yes, that was indeed a long battle, so I split this episode into 2. You will see the battle itself in the next episode. The entire 1890 campaign has already been recorded, and I'm pretty much done with the 1900 campaign also. And just now a patch has been released, but you will not be seeing that in any episode anytime soon, because I've got a lot of pre-recorded material to upload first. So just stick around, and well, if you enjoy Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, that is, you can stick around. If not, then I don't know, wait for me to upload something else. Goodbye and take care.